Welcome to the channel, Secrets of Superpowers. This is a story hidden in the shadows. This is a different kind of war. We think we know everything about World War II. But the Third Reich was much more than just a war machine. It was a factory of insane ideas. Ideas that bordered on science fiction. They planned to change the world. And Germany left behind dozens of unsolved mysteries. These are stories about time machines, about bases hidden in the ice of Antarctica, about mystical orders that searched for the Holy Grail. Today we will reveal the 10 greatest secrets of the Third Reich. We will delve into the darkness of archived files and the wildest conspiracy theories. Are you ready? Get ready! This is a comprehensive overview of all 10 mysteries. You won't look at history the same way again. Point 2. Основна частина. 10 minutes. 1. Die Glocke. The Nazi bell. The first and most fantastic secret is Die Glocke, or the Nazi bell. It was not just a project. It was, according to rumors, a prototype time machine or an anti-gravity device. Its story begins in the secret complex The Giant. This was near the Czech border. Witnesses described it as a massive lead structure. It was about 10 feet high and 5 feet in diameter. Inside, 2 cylindrical chambers rotated. These chambers were filled with an unknown substance, Serum 525. The substance was a violet, liquid metal. When the bell was activated, it emitted a powerful electromagnetic field. This field was deadly to living things. Within a radius of 600 feet, insects died. Strange crystalline structures appeared in the air. Researchers suffered severe burns. But the real myth is its purpose. The bell was intended to distort time and space. It was a weapon that could pull the Nazis out of reality. 5 leading scientists who worked on the project mysteriously died. They vanished after a single test. Before the end of the war, the bell and all its documentation disappeared without a trace. Was it quickly evacuated or teleported? This question remains the greatest scientific and mystical mystery of the Reich. Point 2. Base in Antarctica, Neu-Schwabenland. Who would have thought the Nazis would be interested in the icy wilderness? But in 1938, Germany sent a large expedition there on the ship Schwabenland. They claimed a part of the continent and named it Neu-Swabia. Officially, a mapping mission. Unofficially, creating a hidden sanctuary. Conspiracy theorists believe that in the geothermal zones, huge underground heated complexes were built. They are known as Base 211. The legend states that U-boats, U-530 and U-977, transported high-ranking Nazis, unique technologies, and even Reich gold there. The main intrigue is the US response, Operation High Jump in 1946. This was a massive military expedition. It suddenly ended earlier than planned. Admiral Byrd, who led the operation, later spoke about the need to defend against an enemy that can fly from pole to pole. This was deeply unsettling. Did the Americans encounter Nazi UFOs protecting the underground bunker? Did the Nazis really build a hidden city in Antarctica? Point 3. The gold train. Now let's talk about what was always the true goal of the war, immense treasures. Our third secret is the gold train. This is not fiction. It is a local legend for the residents of the Polish town of Wałbrzych. In late 1944, an armored train departed from Wrocław. Its cargo is estimated to be worth billions of dollars today. Witnesses claimed the train was filled with gold, jewels, works of art, and archival documents. The train entered a mountain tunnel near Wałbrzych and vanished. The tunnel entrance was immediately sealed with concrete and camouflaged. This legend is firmly linked to the enormous underground complex Riese. It consists of kilometers of tunnels built under the Owl Mountains. The intrigue revived in 2015. 2 treasure hunters claimed they found it. They provided ground-penetrating radar images. The images suggested that an object resembling a train was indeed located underground. The Polish government even officially announced the possibility of the discovery. Though the train has not yet been unearthed, the search continues. This mystery keeps treasure hunters around the world in suspense. Point 4. Third Reich UFOs, Haunebu, Vril. Did the Nazis invent flying saucers? This theory sounds insane, but it has strange elements of truth. These are the Haunebu and Vril projects. They describe disc-shaped aircraft. Nazi engineers really worked on unconventional designs with vertical takeoff. They dreamed of machines capable of incredible speed. American pilots during the war reported mysterious objects, Foo Fighters. These were flying lights that could not be identified. Some believe these were the first Nazi UFOs. They allegedly used anti-gravity drives or unknown energy sources. After the war, Nazi scientists were brought to the US under Operation Paperclip. They brought their knowledge of rockets and jets. But was that all? Some believe this UFO technology became the basis of the US program. Others, that it was hidden in Antarctica. This mystery forces history to re-examine the origin of the UFO phenomenon. It is a myth of time travel, where facts and propaganda are mixed. Point 5. SS occult orders and Ahnenerbe. The Third Reich was not only a military force. It was a religious cult. Heinrich Himmler, the head of the SS, was obsessed with mysticism. He created the organization Ahnenerbe, or Ancestral Heritage. Its goal, to find evidence of the Aryan race and obtain mystical power. They funded expeditions to Tibet, Iceland, and India. They searched for the Holy Grail, Viking treasures, and secret knowledge. Their headquarters was Wewelsburg Castle. It was designed as the future center of the world for the new SS order. In the dungeons of Wewelsburg, they still find the symbol of the Black Sun. This symbol is connected to sacred rituals. The myth says Ahnenerbe sought more than just archaeology. They wanted to awaken ancient gods or use dark magic. This secret is the most frightening, because Ahnenerbe actually existed. And its insane research is a proven fact. Point 6. Wunderwaffe. Vengeance weapon Wunderwaffe is reality bordering on fantasy. It was the vengeance weapon. Among them, the world's first V-2 ballistic missiles and Me-262 jet fighters. This is weaponry that changed aviation forever. But there were more ambitious projects. For example, the giant tanks Morse. Their weight reached almost 200 tons. Or the idea of the sun gun. This was a mirrored gun in orbit, capable of burning cities. Most importantly, Project Uranium. This was the development of nuclear weapons. The Nazis had leading physicists and uranium reserves. The question is not whether this weapon existed, but how close they came to mass production. If the war had lasted another year or so, would the Nazis have managed to use this fantastic weapon? History could have been very different. Point 7. Hitler's escape and the Ratlines. The official story. Adolf Hitler died in his bunker on April 30th, 1945. But the evidence of his death was always incomplete. This gave rise to one of the biggest secrets, the theory of his escape. He could have used the Ratlines system. These routes, often with the support of individuals from the Vatican and Spain, helped thousands of Reich functionaries reach South America. Argentina was the main sanctuary. Nazis found a safe haven there. Could the Führer himself have used a U-boat to hide? There are testimonies about him living in remote regions of Argentina. Declassified CIA documents also mention searches for Hitler in South America that continued for years after the war. Some say he lived into his 70s. Others, that it is just propaganda. But this secret remains one of the most emotional and controversial. Point 8. Secret underground complexes, Riese and others. The Third Reich was obsessed with the idea of absolute security. They created cities underground. Riese, giant, is a gigantic network of tunnels in the Ural Mountains of Poland. It was the largest construction project of Hitler's Germany. Its true purpose is still unknown. Was it supposed to be an impregnable command center for Hitler? Or, possibly, a secret underground armaments factory? The work was done on an incredible scale. Thousands of prisoners and forced laborists died there. The myth says that in the deep, inaccessible mines, everything most valuable was hidden. The gold train, the bell, and experimental aircraft. The complex was never completed. But researchers still find concrete-sealed entrances and undiscovered tunnels. What forced the Nazis to dig so deep underground? And how many more unsolved secrets are hidden in this underground network? 9. Reich treasures, the Amber Room. The next secret is about the cost of loss. This is the Reich treasures. During the occupation, the Nazis looted millions of artworks, gold, and jewels. The most desired treasure that remains unfound, the Amber Room. It is a true masterpiece. It was removed from Tsasko Selo and disappeared in Königsberg during the bombing. Where have they searched for it? In the bunkers of Kaliningrad. At the bottom of lakes in East Germany. In the tunnels of the Czech Republic. One version suggests the room was destroyed by fire. But many believe it was hidden in a specially built vault. Besides the Amber Room, billions of dollars in gold and currency also raised many questions. This money was hidden by the Nazis in Swiss banks. The Reich's treasures are not just about money. They are about the cultural heritage that is still waiting to be recovered. Point 10. Time and teleportation experiments, and we conclude with our most amazing secret. Did the Nazis work on teleportation and time alteration? This theory is closely linked to Die Glocke and experiments in Riese. The idea stems from the use of torsion fields and exotic physics. Scientists of the Reich were obsessed with the ideas of Nikola Tesla. They wanted to create an absolute advantage on the battlefield. The goal was to defeat time and perhaps transfer the war to another, more favorable reality. While there is no direct evidence, the mere fact that they actively funded such fantastic projects speaks volumes. This was a secret within a secret. Rumors of crazy science could have been used to conceal less fantastical, but equally important, developments. This mystery still forces us to ponder, where is the line between science, propaganda, and madness? These 10 stories are not just myths. They are evidence of how far the ambitions of the Third Reich went. They dreamed of a technological and mystical leap. They wanted to change the world forever. But most of these projects remained in the shadows. This makes them eternal mysteries. And now the most important thing, which of these 10 secrets seemed the most real to you? Write your opinion in the comments. And if this journey into the world of shadows intrigued you, subscribe to the channel. We plan to thoroughly reveal each of these 10 secret projects in upcoming videos. See you next time.